Well, this past weekend, Kanye West had his first ever campaign rally, and I think it went exactly as planned, and that's the shocking part. At first, he started talking about abortion, and then how he was anti-abortion, and how his dad wanted him aborted, and then he started talking about how he almost aborted his own daughter, which I think is going to lead to some pretty awkward conversations once she turns about, I don't know, whatever age you're allowed to Google your parents at. But I think what took the cake, without a doubt, undoubtedly took the cake on that rally, is when Kanye West said that Harriet Tubman didn't actually free the slaves. Now, I have the clip. I don't care if you watched it. We're going to rewatch it because this was definitely the highlight of my weekend.
Stephen moved when Harriet Tubman. Well, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
My favorite part is the lady that's like, yeah, we're leaving right now. And that wasn't even the worst part. Then he started tweeting. And that's when everything really got messy. First, he started saying that the movie Get Out was about him. And that was hilarious because then when I started really thinking about the tweet, I started to realize, wow, all the Kardashians are dating African Americans. Maybe that's why the relationships are lasting so short. They're actually switching off the brains like they're doing in Get Out. I'm not into conspiracy theory, but shit. Might be plausible. And then he really started to tweet out some crazy stuff. Then he said that Kim tried to bring a doctor to lock him up with a doctor. Now, you know Kanye's going through one of these crazy rants when he's not even making sense. That's how you know he's going through one of these spells. And then he said, if he gets locked up like Mandela, y'all know why. Huh? Who? What? Locked up in what way? I don't. What did Kanye do? Why are they gonna lock him up? And then he said that Shia LaBeouf set him up for a Gap shoot. And then he called out Kris Jenner, his mother-in-law, told him to call him. And then he posted like a screenshot of the text. Apparently, she doesn't have his number. You know how annoying you have to be for your own mother-in-law to not have your number saved. Kanye was really going through it. Then he started deleting some tweets. And I know that he suffers a lot with bipolar disorder. And all jokes aside, I just hope he really gets help. He really is not in a good place right now. And I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but I think it's kind of sad how, they just let him go on these rants and nobody does really anything about it. He did delete some of the tweets, so I guess that's a good sign that he kind of maybe calmed down a bit. And then he was in his ranch in Wyoming. And then the MVP in all this, the absolute MVP, has to be Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle flew all the way from Ohio to Wyoming during a pandemic on a plane. Well, he probably flies private, but still, travel on a plane from Ohio all the way to Wyoming to be with his boy. You know what? I need a Dave Chappelle. I think everybody needs a Dave Chappelle that would just fly across the country just to be with his boy when he's having a tough time, an episode. That's what we need. Real MVP out there, Dave Chappelle. He posted a video that was kind of awkward, but hey, forget the video. It's a sentiment that counts, right? Everybody on Twitter was obviously, really scared for Kanye, I think more than anything. As soon as he realized that he might not be playing around and he might, be having a tough time, with mental health. A lot of fans were asking if he's doing okay, and then Elon Musk said he got off of the phone with him and he seems normal. Which I don't know if that relaxes me or if that worries me. Because if this is Kanye when he's normal, then how the hell is Kanye when he's going through one of these tough times? When he's going through one of these episodes? I'm kind of scared. He's running for president. People might actually vote for him. So yeah, I just think this all goes to show that battling mental illness and battling bipolar disorder or any mental illness that you might have and having to battle that during a pandemic, during a quarantine, now, you might say, Kanye West doesn't have to worry about anything. He's rich. He's loaded. He lives in a ranch in Wyoming. What does he have to worry about? Now, that's ignorance. You're ignorant if you think that way. Real talk, you're ignorant. Because it doesn't matter how much money you have. Doesn't matter how much influence you have. Doesn't matter how successful you are. Everybody's allowed to have problems. And Kanye has his rich people problems. Still problems. And he has his mental health issues. And I mean, if anybody has ever had mental health issues, it's pretty evident that money doesn't really solve it. It goes more than money to solve it. It's emotions. You can't control emotions sometimes. So I think that just goes to show that, this pandemic is really taking a toll on everybody. The poor, the rich, the mentally stable, some people that, aren't that stable. This is legit, man. And, I think he reached one of his breaking points. And it just kind of sucks that his breaking point had to be at a campaign rally for his quote-unquote presidential candidacy, and that it always has to be so public for him. I mean, imagine how he feels a couple days afterwards all this. Because when it's going on, he feels normal, obviously. He feels like what he's doing is right. Or justifiable, at least. But just imagine how it feels maybe a couple days afterwards when he has to roll the tape of him saying some stuff at a campaign rally that obviously makes no freaking sense. I thought 2020 couldn't get crazier. And then you hear an African American say that Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. Holy shit. That's insane. And that's when you know that this might go a little bit deeper. Because I don't think anybody that's completely in touch with themselves will be saying something so absurd. She literally went to war to free slaves. Literally went to war. She conducted raids and stuff. She's a bad bitch. Harriet Tubman is a bad bitch. She should totally be on the $20 bill. Who's on a $20 bill? Jefferson? Get Jefferson out of there. Put Harriet Tubman. So yeah, I feel real bad for Kanye. I really do. And I really hope that he gets the help that he needs and maybe he should give up this president stuff. I think it's going to do a lot of bad for himself more than it's going to do a lot of bad for us or good for him. He might think, hey, who knows? He might think that this might solve it. Being president might solve whatever battle he's been going through. And I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's just going to make things 10 times worse. Because then you have to deal with being actually president. And just being on the campaign trail, I think is draining enough. I don't think Kanye can last if he goes through with it. Well, he didn't end up on the ballot in South Carolina anyways. That was his plan. Didn't end up on the ballot in Florida. Didn't end up in the ballot in South Carolina. Look, you already lost 2 states. I don't think it's going to work. And I think he just needs to stay home and focus on himself and focus on his family and try to focus on how he can be happiest and healthiest in his ranch in Wyoming. Which I wouldn't expect Wyoming to be Kanye's happy place, but I guess it is. So I don't know. I just wish Kanye West the best and his whole family the best. Even though the ratings for that episode of Keeping Up for the Kardashians is probably going to go through the roof. They probably already have it edited up. It's in the can already. I can already tell. It's in the can. But I will say, lo que me asustó más of all this is that then out of nowhere he just goes, "Sí, mi nuevo álbum. Yeah, Donda comes out on Friday." What? Huh? So then, I'm not much of a conspiracy theory guy. I think most of them are really dumb. But then it hit me. Maybe he just does all this to get some attention for his album over whatever stuff he has going on. I mean, he did it with his Jesus album. Wasn't that around the time that he went to the White House and he wore the Trump hat and he called Trump like a father figure to him and said he has superpowers? Then he started talking about the Unabomber, and he had a crazy episode there too. And even Trump was kind of weirded out. You know how much of a weird situation it has to be for Trump to be like, "Okay, this is weird, Kanye. Okay, this is look at this guy. Look at this guy." Even Trump was like, "What's wrong with you?" You know what it takes for Trump to say what's wrong with you? It takes a lot. So I don't know. It got me thinking. Maybe he just does all this stuff to promote his album or whatever he has going on. And if that's really the case, then that's really sad because there's a lot of people out there that they're battling through depression, through bipolar disorder, and I'm not knocking that he doesn't have it, but maybe, I don't know, he might be using these episodes as a way to just push whatever project he has coming on. And that really sucks because there's a lot of people that actually go through these battles on a daily, and you're using it so people get attention and know that you got your next album that's releasing. If that's the case, that's going to be really sad, and I'm going to lose a lot of respect for Kanye. And I go through these cycles where, I lose a lot of respect for him, but then I kind of start thinking, I'm like, it's Kanye. He's done a lot of good for hip-hop. He's battling through mental issues, so, Maybe it was just an episode. I can't hate Kanye. But if this is the case, I'm going to be really pissed. Especially because Jesus Walks was mid. It was mid as fuck. I'm sorry. Look, to begin with, I'm not a fan. And you know what? One thing that I don't like is people, like how we were talking about it last episode, that just spread cheeks and one big lick. I hate people like that. And Kanye has a lot of followers that are like that. That whatever Kanye or Yeezy drop, people just go crazy. You know, not going to lie, I like the Yeezys. I like the sneakers. Most of them are real dope. Not the Yeezy sandals. Now, I think the Yeezy sandals are basically like jail shoes, like jail slippers, just marked all the way up, put Yeezy on them, and sell them for a high price. People actually like the Yeezy slides. How can you have a brain that works, right? Your eyesight is good, and you say that the Yeezy slides are nice. They're stupid. The Yeezy slides are hideous. If you like the Yeezy slides, dude, come on. Wake up. Wake up, man. Get with the program. Touchdown. Earth. You there? Come on. Touchdown. I hate the people that just like whatever Yeezy drops or whatever music he has coming out. I don't like Jesus music to begin with. So when he said this was going to be a straight gospel album, coming into it, I was already like, oh no, I'm not going to, no, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be trash. This is going to be trash. But then I said, hey, it's Kanye. If there's anybody that can make gospel Jesus music good, it could be Kanye, okay? Critique Kanye all you want. When it comes to music, that's his ish. That's his zone. That's his comfort zone. I listened to it once. Not for me. I don't know. Not a big fan of Jesus rock. Not a fan of Jesus music. I don't like talking about Jesus. I don't like it when people push religion down my throat. I definitely don't need Kanye pushing religion down my throat. Not for me. Haven't listened to it. There's not one song in there that kind of jumps out and I was like, ooh, add in the playlist. So if that's a strategy, hey, at least the music has to be good. If you're going to go crazy and go on these episodes and these rants, you're going to say all sorts of nonsense and then drop music, at least make the music good. Because Jesus, what was his name? Jesus is my king. Jesus, what? Trash. So Donda better be good. Because this is what you're doing to promote your music. You're going to go on these crazy spells. You're going to go out there and you're going to go on rallies and say that Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. And you're going to drop Donda and Donda's going to be trash. I think you got to rework the way that you're promoting your stuff, my G. I'll be real honest. You're going to have to fix that. Because then you're going to be 0 for 2. And you know what happens when you're 0 for 3? You're out, son. You're out. But in all seriousness, I hope Kanye does find the peace that he needs to find, man. Because I think he's an innovator when it comes to music. He's iconic. He's right up there on icon status when it comes to music. Everything else, not there. But maybe sneakers. But music for sure is his bread and butter. So I hope this really doesn't affect his music making process. And I hope music is the one thing that gives him peace. Because I feel like he has it in bursts. Like when he finishes a collaboration, whether the fans think it's good or bad, I think it does a lot of therapy to him. And he's good for that point, when he releases music. But then, he doesn't release music for a bit, and he gets in these spells, and then he releases more music, and then he's all good. I think that might be his I think music might be his form of therapy, or I think it puts him at ease. So whatever puts Kanye at ease the most, I think that's what he should be focusing on. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll give a review on Donda. Maybe I'll do that for the next video. Donda comes out on Friday. I got high hopes for it. Because it's hip-hop. None of that Jesus stuff. This is his bread and butter. Hopefully it's good. I'm praying that it's good. Pun intended. But so I want to know what you guys think. What did you guys think of this Kanye thing? Do you think it might be all a hoax to promote the music? Or do you think he should actually be getting some help and find some peace of mind? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to do all that good stuff. Check out my first video that I put on there. The first episode of this little chats that I've been having. Check out my podcast with Miss Ellie J from Being Sports. I have that also too. I have the full video there. And then I have the podcast that you guys can listen to. If you're going to the gym, you're going out there taking your walks with your masks and you're 6 feet apart. I have all those links down below. So stay safe. I'll catch you guys next time. And Harriet Tubman did free the slaves. Black Lives Matter and Breonna Taylor's killers are still out there. So sign petitions, spread the word. Let's make some change.